What is up, everybody? Circon here bringing you guys another video. This time around we're taking a look at Loki playing the LUCHS tier 4 on Ensk at +2 matchmaking, meaning that there's 3 tier 6s, 5 tier 5s, and the rest is all tier 4. So this is off the replay site that's in the link, and this is in the description below, my own replay site. If you want to upload your cool games from the current patch, that'd be nice. So, you know, you might be featured, you may not. You tend to look for tanks that are not really featured anywhere else, so, like the G1R and stuff like that. Yeah, there might be some mainstream tanks coming up, and in a way, the Lux is kind of mainstream because it's, you know, sort of like a crowd favorite. Especially tier 4. There's not a lot of tanks at tier 4 that people are like excited for. The Lux is probably one of them, so I guess it's not entirely special. But then again, how many times do you see Lux on a bigger World Tanks channel? I don't know. Probably not super often. So what is up with the Lux? It is a 5-shell drum autoloader of sorts. It's just like a miniature cannon, basically. It's 30 mil, 30 damage per shot, 95 pen and 110 pen on APSR. So the difference is not that big, and that's probably why he only carries like 40. And as you can see, it packs quite the punch, as it shoots more than once with every time it fires, technically. So I think it fires 2 or 3 times or so. So yeah. And it's also in counter, which means there's only one cap circle, which is actually the best version of Ensk, I'd say. Because fighting for the middle there is absolutely fine. And the teams seem to be doing rather, you know, equally. We lost a tier 6 already, though. That's a bad sign. And they have a really mean tier 6 as well. The Type 64 is quite a good tank. I'd say it's pretty OP, actually, at tier 6 nowadays, with the new matchmaking and the fact that it has first steps. As we take out our second victim, the Steward. Now, at this tier, obviously, you know, 95 pen is not the best thing I've ever seen, but we're kind of lucky with the fact that their higher tiers are made out of paper. The biggest armored thing is actually the KB1. It's the Souffle pushes up. 340 damage is obviously very, very nice, but he does take the hit off the Panzer. And now he's down to 32 health out of his 340 when he started on. And, you know, the teams are looking really weird. We're mostly in the bottom right corner. The Type 64 is trying to go around. He's getting shot at. It's kind of a rush from the Type 64. I don't know why. He's going to be in a lot of trouble soon. But he could also kill our man here, Loki. And he decides to go for artillery. Goes for the auto-aim. Misses most of his shots. I think he could have probably just auto-aimed, or not auto-aimed, or just, you know, actually aimed at himself, and he would have gotten a lot more damage out of that one. As the last part of that spray pretty much all missed. Almost gets RT'd as well. There's 3 artillery in this game as well. The Bishop, the Gorilla, and the Hummel. And like I said, that KB1 is going to be the biggest pain in the ass. And our team is pretty much dying at this rate. There's only 1 artillery left. They still have a tier 6 scout, so they could turn it around still. And this is the Nashorn's, obviously also a big target. Tries to get some aim shots in. And he ducks behind cover. Gets a couple of nice hits in though. And as you can see, the KB1 is still on full health. The Hetzer, however, the Cheffy and the Nashorn are all on low health. And then it's artillery. But people just keep dying in this team. And we're going to have to run for our lives as the KB1 closes in. We obviously need the side of a KB1 or the back of a KB1 to do any kind of damage. I don't think frontally we're going to do too much with the spend that we have with the 30 mil auto cannon. So the MT-25 decides to go for the Nashorn, which is absolutely fine because the Hetzer and the KB1 are not near him, but he actually just dies to artillery. He might have been on low health already, of course, as the Nashorn spotted the MT-25 coming in. Or maybe it was a combination of both. Maybe the Nashorn shot him at the same time that RT shot him. But now we're on our own, facing 6 more tanks. Now we know the Nashorn is low health, we know the Hetzer is in low health. RT is probably not been shot at, and the KB1 is on full health, and they all have kills, so they know how to press their left mouse button at least once. Which is, at lower tiers, you know, sometimes you don't find those people. But this is quite the handful, and I wonder if we're going to actually make this happen or not. So the Hummel actually gets shot at in a Bishop as well. Spots both, takes somewhat careful aim as you go into the reveal of the Bishop. I'm wondering if he could kill both the Hummel and the Bishop there, but if he just had a little bit more patience, maybe. He does get spotted, however, and he relocates immediately because he knows the gorilla can splash him to death. The KB1 and the Hetzer are floating around somewhere. So he needs to be really, really careful. Now, what I like here is he basically was spotted and went around the houses here, faking that he was going to go down south again. And now he turns back and kills the Hummel before the Hummel will ever be able to react. Obviously, he got spotted again. He goes back, sees the Hetzer, and now he has to move. Hopefully the Hetzer is not going to make this shot happen. And the Hetzer seems to... I think the Hetzer might have a derp gun, because if he had the smaller gun, he probably would have taken a shot already. But the derp gun, he might have been aiming for quite a while. The KB1 is spotted there behind him. KB1 misses one. Oh, shit. Nashorn on the left misses as well. KB1 behind him misses again. Kills the Nashorn. The Hetzer is behind him. He has to take cover again behind the houses. And now he has to worry about the grill as well. Now the Hetzer is looking at him. The KB1 knows where he is. And now he has to back up. He has to go. Yep, go. You have to go that way. You have to go up north before the KB1 arrives. As the Hetzer's in the cap circle, spots the KB1 again, which is a problem because now the gorilla can shoot him as well. Has to be super careful. Gorilla actually hits the house with the HE. Auto aim, which is absolutely fine. He does miss actually quite a lot there, but auto aim with a low health gorilla with an auto cannon like this is perfectly fine. And now he has to make the great escape. And he actually managed to kill 4 people in a short amount of time, bringing it back to 1 versus 2 now, with the Hetzer in the cap and the KB1 tailing him, but he's never gonna find him. So the KB1 might end up capping as well, because people usually, in a, you know, if you're playing against a fast tank like this, why would you chase? On the other hand, if these guys play together, they can probably fight him. It's only ends, you know. But as you can see now, there's 2 things. The KB1 just entered the cap circle, and this is both a good thing and a bad thing, because they can obviously win this super easily. The KB1 just needs to connect 1 shot. He can even shoot HE, I think, and he will be dead. But the other thing is, it's also a disadvantage, because now Loki, or Lucky, I keep calling him Loki, but I guess it's technically Lucky, knows exactly where they are. And being an encounter battle, the cap circle needs a lot more time to be capped. So as you can see, it's still 35 seconds. He can like relocate all the way. And these guys in the cap circle by now have no idea where Lucky is going to come from. So the KB1 is spotted, is not paying attention. Shoots to the side of the turret just for the reset. And now it's 40 seconds again. And he really needs to get to the Hetzer, because the Hetzer is the one with the most cap points at this rate. And again, I like what he's doing here. Waits for the Campbell to come back. Crosses the field. The KB1 doesn't spot him though, because of the bushes here. And now this is really risky. KB1 spots him again. Backs off right away. And gets away with that as well. Actually does a really healthy amount of damage. 171 with a spray like that in the side is actually really, really good. And this gun is pretty damn mean if it can, you know, pen you easily. If you meet a paper target, it's pretty damn nice. But he really needs to get this Hetzer. And again, I like the positioning, you know, he gets his camo back before he pops up again. And the other thing as well is like the outloader kinda makes it so that you have to wait and get your camo back before you can shoot again, right? So the tank almost makes up the decision for you to get camo back again. But overall, I really like what Lucky is doing with the positioning. Again, he gets his camo back. They think he's going south, but they have no idea if he's going to push around there, or what he's doing right now, or if he's going to peek again where he was last spotted. So this is really good positioning. And again, because it is encounter, he has a lot of time to reposition, and he's making full use of that. He did load the APCR. I think, you know, that's at this point that's fine. You kind of need that extra pen against the KB1 for sure. Even, like, if you catch him off guard, but you still have the front of his armor, then you're still kind of screwed. If you catch the sides, then yeah, AP will still go through probably, but he could low roll the pen rolls. You know, remember there's always RNG in the pen rolls as well. So I really don't mind it. He doesn't load that much gold in this tank anyway. So I think this is perfectly fine, especially in a situation like this where you carried your ass off and are on 7 kills. So we're gonna peek again. He's still capping. There he is. He's not paying attention at all. Well, he is paying attention, but again, caught him off guard, and again, doing a really nice amount of damage. 225 with that long reload for the 5-shot. And again, relocates right away. Knows the KB1 might be peeking around this corner right here, so he has to be really careful. I would rather see him duck to the left or right straight away, because now He could get snapshotted again. Oh, that was close. Actually, he doesn't get spotted there. KB1 doesn't have a lot of spotting, a lot of few range to begin with. So, and actually, it's kind of nice that he spotted the KB1 now, because now he knows sorta his positioning. He's probably gonna go through these, how you say it, between these streets here. So I really like the movement that Lucky is showing, you know. And now with 5 minutes left on the clock, now it's gonna get dicey. This KB1 spots Lucky again. Actually, there was a proxy spot across the building there. He's at 109 health, and I think if the enemy team wanted to win this, I think the KB1 should have positioned close to the cap circle, but not in the cap circle, and then keep the Hetzer right in a bush right in the middle, and then, you know, it would have probably been a better bet than putting 2 people in the cap circle. Because that would have made a surefire way of knowing where the enemy is. So now where it ends, I'm actually going to speed this up a little bit, because I think it takes a little bit of time before he catches the KB1. But we're on 7 kills. And remember, he did most of this on 32 health in a completely bottom tier game on Ensk, which is not very scout friendly. And so far, really awesome performance. Almost 1800 damage as well in a tier 4 with a 30mm cannon. It's pretty ridiculous. So we're just looking around on Ensk. It's funny how in a small map like this, 1 versus 1, it suddenly feels like it's still too big. Trying to find this this KB1 right here. It's getting close. Well, 2 minutes 30 right now. Oh, there he is. Gets him right in the side. And the KB1 was fully playing. It was not like some bot or anything like that. He was almost ready to shoot again. And he manages to finish him off into the side there. Obviously, 100 damage easily done with the 5-shot autoloader there. Oh my god. 8 kills in the LUCHS on Ensk being bottom tier. Awesome freaking performance. Let's actually take a look at what kind of shiny medals this guy got for this game. Let's take a look here. So as you can see, uploaded. So this is the website I have. It's circon.whatrecord.com. I'll put a link in the description down below as well. But first up, let's take a look here. We got an ace. Who would have thought? Who would have thought it would have been an ace? My favorite medal, the Yoshio Tamada's medal, or the Tamayoshio Dodo medal, as I like to call it in the replay I uploaded once in my life. If you want to watch that, it's the Bulldog game, I do believe. Orlik's medal for killing 2 or more enemy tanks or tank destroyers in a light that are 1 tier higher. Then he got the Burdar's medal for killing higher tier SPGs that are at least 1 tier higher. And he got the Colabados medal, stand alone and against at least 5 enemies, and he did against 6 and still win. The High Caliber, the Top Gun, and the Defender medal, all the medals in the universe, and he only got, I say only, 1472 basic speed, because almost for that I would almost expect more. But being lower tier, this is ridiculously high for a tier 4, let's be real. And he did lose a bit of credits there firing the APCR, which is, I think, ridiculously expensive for how much he fired. For a 30mm autocannon, that's really expensive. That's ridiculous. It was 7k. He didn't even use food or consumables. That's absolutely ridiculous. The autoloaders, these like autocannons are ridiculously expensive. That's crazy. Because he didn't really spam APCR at all. Anyway, that doesn't take away from you know, what we just witnessed from a Lucky. Also 26,000 W8. It's not too shabby either. So yeah, a really cool game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for sending this in. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description down below if you want to send in your replays, which may or may not be featured. There's a lot of uploads there already. And make sure they're off the last patch, like the current patch, otherwise it's going to be hard to use. So once 9.20 drops, I hope that you guys will upload a lot of 9.20 replays in that same week that the patch releases, because that'd be cool to see. Some of the new tanks maybe. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to maybe subscribe and check out some other videos maybe. I got a lot of content. I have like 1 billion videos on this channel. Almost all World of Tanks related. There's some Battlegrounds up there as well. And some other games occasionally. So I hope you guys enjoyed that content as well. But for now, I'm going to peace out. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. See ya.